Hey. This is Shortmamamoneymovez, and right now we are doing a cash stuffing for this paycheck, okay? I'm going to try to rush. Usually these videos take long. They always take long. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I got paid right here, which is the 15th. I will also be continuing with my story time, but this time I'm only going to be stuffing my sinking funds, and then I'm going to save the story time for the sinking fund cash stuffing. Oh, and then I'm going to do my saving challenges cash stuffing. Okay, so anyways, go ahead. I got paid right here on the 15th. Okay, as usual, I always say this. I hope I'm in frame. But I got paid on the 15th. And Lincoln insurance that came out, I had CVS. Of course, I already counted this right here. So, and then after that, I got this. Now, this I already had to the side because of my job don't do medical. Or they said I got to wait. That's what it is. I got to wait till November to be on medical. So, but they have this program or whatever to kind of help you, kind of like to carry you over a little bit, just in case something happened. They kind of carry you over till November. So this it costs $57. So I had to add that to my expense. My expense tracker that's going to come out. Half of this stuff already came out. Adobe that came out. I got Spotify. And then Mal IQ, if you like to, if you can't track your miles, you know, in your head or on paper, this is a good app. If you yeah. Okay, Microsoft, my Fidelity, I'll get 100. I got ScreenYard, that's get 10, and I'm paying for, you know, a YouTuber membership. It shows support, and that's $2.99. Okay, so that's all that's coming out. Oh, did I forget to add Ally? I think I forgot to add Ally up here. I got it right here, but it usually come out. So this is also going to come out, but it just always come out on the 20th. So I hope I've calculated that in my paycheck breakdown. There you go. Nope, that's the wrong one. I'm just all over the place because I'm supposed to be taking my kids out. And first thing in the morning, a squirrel decided he wanted to end it all. Okay, and chewed on the wires and made the whole block on electricity out. Yeah, a squirrel decided he just wanted to end it all. But anyway. Okay, I got a great surprise, a blessings on blessings. Okay, so my paycheck, like I said, I did get a little bit of overtime, so it was $5.85. I got my extra, which was a little bonus, which was $6.09. So I was like, what? Okay, yes, blessings on blessings. So that was $1,194. Okay, I already told you all the expenses that will be coming out. Now, let's talk about this. My saving challenges. I know I was supposed to be saving like $210, but I said I was gonna put a little bit of extra on my saving challenges since I got the extra right here. So that is $250. The church got $20. I paid off one of my Gerber loans. So that was $63.70. So one of them is paid off. I just got to pay off the second one, which hopefully I might be able to pay that off by the end of this month. My hair was $60. Sinking funds get $311. I upped it up. My main thing is because school. Basically, that's the main thing I want to save. Keep the change, get $7.68. Kids/me savings account got $40, and family trip getting $150. Okay, so in all, that is $1,190.86. My check was $1,194, which leave me with a buffer of $3.14. So that is close to a zero-based budget, if you ask me. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna count the change. Oh my Lord Jesus, I forgot my wallet. So let me go get my wallet. Okay, so I got my wallet. And first, I want to go ahead and do the change. And I know this week, I think I'm going to go ahead and count this change right here and see how much I have. Yeah, I'm excited because we almost pulled up. And I think maybe we'll be topped it off. So let's see how much get the change out. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got some change. Balance, I think balance and budget. She told me what the song's supposed to be. And I still forgot what the song's supposed to be. It's change. Lord Jesus, I read her comment and I forgot what she told me the lyrics to the song. Because I always say change. And I think she told me what the lyrics was. Y'all check out her channel if you haven't. Lord Jesus, I just messed up the whole lyrics again. Okay, so we're going to put all the... There we go. How did I get a Canadian penny? Oh, I got a Canadian penny. Look at that. I'm still put it in here. Okay, so as you can see, I got my... Look, I think next week I can be able to count this and we can see how much, you know, that is. Okay, so now I'm going to count. I know I'm all over the place because I'm rushing a little bit because, like I said, I'm supposed to be taking my kids out today. Okay. And I got a late start because of that squirrel. Okay, so we're supposed to have $311, so we're going to count that. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm trying to keep this money face right so it won't trigger nobody. But I be having a hard time because I don't be noticing until I look and I say, oh man, now I gotta switch that over. 5, 10, 60, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And $1. Okay, so that's $311. So that's correct. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start stuffing our sinking funds. Our sinking funds get a little bit more love this week. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. And then before I get started, we're going to do a recap on the story time. So you're going to see a quick recap so kind of know where I left off at. Okay. Okay, so she ended up letting us go home. And that day, she ended up going into labor. Okay, so after she went into labor, and this is about the stealing. So she ended up going into labor. When she went into labor, of course, we don't know that she had this going on. So, of course, she's not there. If a person don't come in that is due, we have to ACH them. Basically, electronic draft of their minimum payments. We have to do an electronic draft of their minimum payment. Now, let's put this, in, normal terms. If you have customers that had already paid off and you reopened their account without them knowing, but you was paying and getting back. You were just saying that they came in, they paid their loan off, and they got it back. When that due date approach again, and we're not aware that these are customers that you just reopened without us even knowing, So when it's time for, us to see who came in, who hadn't came in, of course, what we end up doing, we ACH those customers. So we start getting phone calls and complaints about, hey, I paid y'all off 5 years ago. I paid y'all off 2 years ago. I don't understand why you drafted me for this minimum payment. Okay, so now we're going to do unexpected. So like I said, when she went on maternity leave, we had a lot of customers that were saying, hey, I paid off. I don't know why y'all drafted me for my minimum payment. So now the assistant manager, because I was just a teller, a part-time teller. The assistant manager was hired in January. And then I was hired in March of the same year. Okay, unexpected, get 5. And so that being said, me and her was kind of in the same boat, even though she had a higher position. We were pretty much in the same boat because she was hired in January and I was hired in March, okay, of the same year. So we did not want to report the situation to our DM because we didn't want to look like we couldn't handle the store without the manager. So I end up reaching out to the manager. Even though she was on maternity leave, I reached out to her. 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. And I should have $10 in my wallet for unexpected. So even, I end up reaching out to her. I said, okay, look, okay, so my phone got cut off. Okay, I'm just having a morning. But anyway, here is the $10 for unexpected. I don't know why I left off it, but I figured it out. But this is the $10 for unexpected. Okay, so now we on gas. Okay, so gas, I see I have a 50 in here. Okay, and I'm going to try to put this closer so you can see the cash, because I guess some people want to see the cash. Okay, so I end up, I never finished writing. Did I write it? No, I never finished writing this because on the age, I added $45. No, I added 40. I think I added 40 because I had 100. I didn't even finish writing my slip. Why nobody tell me I didn't finish writing my slip? Okay, and so I got 50, and I end up using, I know I used the whole 50 because I just put some gas in my car right a few minutes ago because I can just use the money out here and here. So anyway, as you can see here, I use all of that, and I have 50 left. So I use $50 in gas this week. So let me put that. I don't know why I forgot to write on my slip. So we're going to minus 50. And I have 50 left. And look, I'm over here making mistakes already. Lordy Jesus. Making mistakes already. And I have 50 left. Okay. And for this, I'm going to do 40. Okay. I already got my gas hand full. So that should be good. And gas is going down. I don't want to speak on it too much because it might creep back up. So I'm gonna add another 40. Okay, and then that had me at 90. And I'm gonna just put that in my little wallet for whenever. But right now I got a 14, but I'm gonna still put it in my wallet. I think what I should do, but then again, by the time I come back, I might have to put, you know, a little 20 in there. So I just, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 20. Put 20 in here for gas in my wallet because I got a 14 right now. And then when I need more, yeah. Okay, so I end up reaching out to the manager because, like I said, we didn't know what to do. At this point, we wasn't sure what to do. So many people was calling us saying that they paid their loan off and they don't understand why we were drafting them. So she ended up saying, well, give me the names of all the customers. We had this situation done before. The computer glitch and it would just ACH everybody regardless if they had an account or not, or like even if they paid off their account or not. If their bank information is in the system, it just automatically just took minimum payments out of everybody. So first I was like, oh, okay, computer error, okay. But then I thought about it, but if it's a zero balance, how would they, why would they, you know, you start asking questions like, that don't make sense. But, you know, I was like, I just wanted the situation to be solved. Okay, so for food, I'm going to add $10. Like, this the whole thing. All you wanted was, I just wanted the situation to be resolved. Because we had an auditor coming, and we was like, we got to figure something out before this auditor come in. Okay, so let's count this. Let me get this 10. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75. And then I should have $10 in my wallet for food. And that equal to 185. So my whole thing was, okay, let's go ahead, figure it out. So the day that she came in, now she's still on maternity leave. She came in with me, okay, while I was on shift and I was working by myself. And she said, here's the money for, you know, the people. That the account is messed up, or how she said it, that the computer error had took their money. Here's the money. So you're talking about several customers, and minimum payments could be anywhere from $100 all the way up to $300. And I gave you a list of at least 10 people. So you coming out your pocket with thousands covering minimum payments. Now the thing with that, you covering the minimum payment, but what are you going to do about the situation the next month? You get what I'm saying? So here's the 10 for food. So right then, I felt funny because I felt like if it was a computer error, you should have just been able to take it out of petty cash or explain it. Why are we taking it out of, you know, why are you paying it out of your pockets? And this is thousands. Okay, so miscellaneous is only going to get 10. Okay, so I should have 95 in miscellaneous. I know I don't really spend miscellaneous. I actually should have took the money out of miscellaneous and used that for the trip, but I said if I have the money, I use miscellaneous if I don't have the money. That's what I feel like my sinking funds are for when I don't have the money. But, you know, or planning for something. But I think I put the 10 in here, so let me count. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, and I know I got $10 in my wallet for miscellaneous. So, I told the assistant manager what happened, and I was feeling weary about it. And she felt weird too, because she's like, that don't make sense. Why would you be willing to pay that type of money? Like, instead of just taking it out of the store, like, putting it in petty cash and explaining that it was a computer error. Okay, so, let me see. Because I know I spent some money on household, because I end up needing some oil. And I think I used the household budget for the purchase of oil. So, let's see what I have in household. And I have nothing. So, I have nothing. So that means I spent there. See what's in here. That means that I got 40 in here. And I'm putting 10. So I must use 15. Because I think that's what I put. I used 15. So I got 40. Okay. And I hope you can see everything. Because I say this every single time. I know one day I'm going to actually invest in a taller chair. Okay. And I'm going to add 10. No, I'm going to add another 15. I'm going to add 15. And make it 55. Okay, 10, 20. I did that backwards. 20, 30, 35, 40. And then there's a 50, 55. And I'm putting this in my wallet. I did that so backwards. Okay, so what ended up happening, Okay, and this messed her up. I mean, everything was already messing up. The walls were falling in on it anyway. But our district manager ended up doing a surprise visit. And, coming in, and it was a situation with a customer. She forgot her date. Now, we always was not required to give courtesy calls to customers that pay and get back. Okay, couponing. I have a $20 left because I think I spent all my couponing money in my wallet. Yep. So I still have $20 left. Of course, this goes in this week. I'm going to go ahead and let that actually go in my rollover. So I had $43. I think I had I spent the 23. So let's put that 15 and couponing. And I spent the $23 and I have $20 left. And then I'm going to roll that over. I'm just going to put roll over so it kind of make it easier for me. And when I say roll over, that means I'm going to put in my little ATM. Okay, and so then I'm going to put $40 for couponing. So I'm going to put $40. And they're going to leave it with $40. And that's how I'm going to do that. So if you take out two 20s, 20 going to go right here. And then I'm going to put 20 in my wallet. Okay, personal. Okay, so when my district manager came in, it was a situation with a customer. And the situation basically was that the customer forgot her date. But she was a pay and get back customer. So she paid her loan off and she'll get it back the same day. That was the type of customer she was. We're not required to call and give courtesy calls to those type of customers because they get their money. They're not paying interest. And the only way that the company would get any money from that customer is if she forgot her date. Apparently, she forgot her date, but she felt like that it wasn't fair because that it was against the law or against something. That for us to give courtesy calls to the customers that make payments and not her just because she don't make payments. She feel like she was being discriminated against because she don't make payments, okay? And they were treating one set of customers better than her. Well, somehow she won her case, okay? She won the case. She made a valid point. She won the case because then we had to call all customers, okay? So personal, I know I've been spending on personal. So you see how much I spent because I know I spent some money on personal. I know I don't got nothing left in here. Wait a minute, yes I do. Or did I put this in the wrong area? Because I know I spent. Oh, this must be in food. I know I didn't have nothing left. Personal. Okay, I got nothing in there. Let me count this because I think I spent $15 in personal. I think that's what it was. I spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, I spent 15. I'm gonna put that right there. $15 is what I spent. Okay, and that's gonna make it 14. Yeah, but she won her case. And I'm going to put another $15 for a personal. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, so she ended up winning her case. She won the case, whatever. And we had to call all customers, no matter what, to get them a courtesy call. Well, I started calling customers. And I came across at least 3 customers that said the same thing. I paid my loan off years ago. I don't understand what you mean that I owe. Can I speak to somebody? So I lied and said, hold on, might be a computer error. Let me just look through your paperwork, make sure. Now, the issue was with the paperwork. Nothing was really digital, okay? It wasn't like a digital signature. All you see when you go to the screen was basically the person paid and got back. Paid the loan off, got it back. Okay, that's all for my main. Everything is stuff for my main. Now we're going to go to the next one. That's all you see. They paid the stuff, they paid it off, and they got the loan back. It's not like you can see a electronic signature or anything. So I had to go back. The paperwork just said the guy paid it off 2 years ago. I didn't see no other paperwork when he reopened the loan or anything. Nothing with his signature up there except his receipt showing when he paid off. Okay, little emergency, get $5. So right then I knew that we was in trouble. We was in trouble. Something is wrong. We are in trouble. And I looked at my assistant and she saw the look on my face like, oh my God. We are in trouble. Okay. The buttermilk is sour. Okay, so this is 85, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85. So she was like, go on break. She just yelled out, like, while the district manager was there, go on break. Go on break. Because she knew that the way my face looked, something wasn't right. So You might hear some thumping and some noise because whenever I turn on this camera, that's when everybody want to move around and talk. Okay, so for bills, I'm going to put $30 because I know it's almost time for my insurance to come around, my car insurance. So I want to at least have enough for that. I want to see, can I get enough for that? Okay. And so I'm putting 30. So I'm going to put 20 and a 10, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10. I about to say I had a whole moment. I just paused. But yeah. So we end up going through all her facts. When the district manager, she said, "What's wrong?" And we was like, "No, nothing wrong." Now the way our audit works, our audit just check to make sure the files is in the store. They don't check to see if someone actually signed for the loan. That's how it was back in the day. They had changed that down, down the line. But they don't check for none of that. They just make sure that the files is in the store. They don't check to make sure a signature is on the paperwork. They don't check none of that. It's just pretty much you open the filing cabinet, they call the person's name out, and we say, "Oh, file right here," and they look to make sure you holding the file, and then that's it. Okay, mom get 5. So we was able to kind of get away with what was going on, because the way the audit work is just that they just check to see if the file there. They don't really check to see if the signature is on the paperwork or nothing like that. Okay, so 55 is my mom should have. So hold on. 20, 40, 45, 50, 55. So when that, when she left, we went through the files. We actually went through the files of all the customers that had complaints and everything, and we calculated all the loans that was open. Now, like I said, it's so easy. Back then, it was so easy to open a loan without a customer, because if a customer already is in the system, they already got the social and everything. Just say, like, I live in a small town. Just say you get word that Miss Mary Lee passed away, and you knew Mary Lee had a loan 2 years ago at the company, and you get word that Mary Lee passed 2 years ago. Well, this loan don't show on your credit report. It wasn't running credit reports, so it don't show on the credit. As long as you remember to pay and get it back, you pretty much good to go. You can do it forever. The issue will come if you happen to forget and they draft the payment. And if they draft the payment and the money not in there, or the customer, call. But if Mary Lee, or I think I said Mary Lee, if Mary Lee had passed away, you don't have to worry about her calling. It might say, "Hey, this account is closed," or sometimes some people get hemmed up because of the fact that sometimes the bank would say this person is now deceased. But even with that, she was able to say, make it seem like that this lady had the loan all along, that she had the loan all along, and that they wasn't aware that she pays, that she always came in and paid and got back, even though we never seen her. She could just say, "Hey, she always paid and got back with me. She always come in with me." So that's how easy it was to get over on the system. Okay, so this is my oldest, and she's going to get 15 because I need to she's going to get 20 because I'm really trying to book up this for her for school. Okay, let me count this real quick. 20, why is it opposite like this? Okay, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. So that's pretty much what happened with that. So we actually pulled all the files. All the customers that had complained. Everybody that said that my youngest get the same amount, 20. They had the same issues. They paid it off, whatever the case may be. And when we calculate all those open loans and all those loans that she opened, it was close to $40,000. $40,000. Let that sink in. Okay? Let that sink in. We did not know what to do. At this point, we have no choice but to contact the district manager because we literally didn't know what to do. Because we couldn't keep trying to avoid drafting the customers, because then the way these type of loans work, it don't benefit the customers at all. We charging 249% interest. It don't show on your credit report if you're making a payment and saying, "Oh, this person making a payment, so it shows that they got a good payment history." It don't do that because we don't run credit reports. It only goes on your credit when you don't pay. If you don't pay, we put it on your credit. So this loan literally do not benefit the customer at all. So if the customer say, "I pay you off, I'm not going to pay," or if we don't draft the account and say we just not going to draft the account, we risked them going to collections, which means this would show on their credit report. And they said they had paid it all. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 60, 20. Okay. Okay, birthday gifts. I want to see kind of speed along. I know I'm telling the story and then I just lose track of everything because it was crazy. Okay, get 15. Okay, so I should have 115 in here. So that's 7, 15. And we're going to add 15. And it's going to be 115. Okay. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15. Okay. So when we called the district manager, because at this point we didn't know what to do. We honestly didn't know what to do. The manager kept trying to contact me because at this point, the assistant manager was not talking to her. She would not tell her what's going on at the job or nothing. So she would reach out to me and say, hey, what's going on at the job? How the job going? Christmas fund get $11 because I'm tired of this odd amount or weird amount that I've been having. So I'm going to put $11. So now we at least got, what, 105? So she was like, what's going on? So I was kind of like vague. I didn't really give no information. She said, have any other customers said something about their loan or anything? I said, no. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when the district manager finally did come in and they had a complete audit, she, like I said, she ended up stealing over $40,000. So she ended up running. I guess she ran and was hiding because they were trying to find her or whatever. Okay, gifts. Gifts I had to spend gifts. Like I said, it was my cousin's birthday, and I got these Mickey Mouse Crocs for that was $38. So I have $10 left in gifts, but I'm gonna put $5 in gifts. And I'm gonna put 5. And see, this is the point of seeking funds because, like I said, I wanted to get those crops, and I think my paycheck was on the low last week. So I ended up using my sinking funds to get it. So that's what the sinking funds came in. And as you can see, 5, 10, 15. Okay, school get 15 also. Okay, and I'm going to finish the story. Okay, as soon as I, they're going to be 105. $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So she ended up being on the run. I think later on they did catch her. She didn't really do no time for it, but that changed the rules, okay? That changed the rules to how the loans, was now going to be doing. They say no more pay and get back, okay? So then they changed it to you can pay and get back, but you have to pay $10 extra. So it was like, if my loan was $400, I would have to pay $410, and I can borrow the $400 back. Which to me, it wasn't that much of a difference. I guess they look at it like people ain't gonna want to pay that extra $10 every month. Some people did argue about it, So it was several people that actually argue about $10, which I didn't see that much of a difference. That's how they changed the loan before. Okay, 15, and then wait a minute. I think for medical, I'm going to put 5, and then I would have 80. Okay. Okay, now, let me tell you what happened with that, why they changed the $10 thing. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. They changed the $10 thing because a customer forgot their date, and they went to the higher up. Okay? And my thing was that with them going to the higher up, it literally made it, they changed the rule for everybody when they went to the higher up. But I don't think they knew that it was going to be like that. I don't think they did. Okay, so all of these get $5. I did spend some money out of, I want to say Amazon, because of Prime Day. So I did spend some money out of Amazon. But the rest get $5. So just wanted to let you know, all of them get $5. Okay. Okay, there we go. So, a lady forgot her date. I think we called, and even with we calling, she still did not come in on her date because she said she didn't get paid in. Like, to me, that didn't have nothing to do with us. Once we call, and once you know what your date is, that's it. You got to figure out, how you're gonna pay the bill. Okay, so she was upset because of all the interest that was added to her. Did I count it? I don't even think I counted. I think I just put the $5 in there and just walked away. 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. There we go. Yeah, so she was upset and she called higher up. Now, she said that places like us that charge all this interest is the reason why the economy is the way it is. Now, this time, the economy was bad, but it wasn't like it is now. Okay? But that's what she said. And she stood about it. Okay, so this get, 15. I'm giving 5. Like I said, all these get 5. So what they decided to do, they changed the rule again. Basically, because they saying that she was saying that she can't get out of a loan like this because of the rules. And it's just so much easier to just to pay the extra $10. And you can't afford to pay a minimum payment on a loan like this because that would keep you stuck in the loan because only less than 5% go towards the balance. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, hold on. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So they end up changing the rule again. I know it's crazy, and I know this story is kind of long, but they changed the rule again because customers that forgot their date kept complaining about the interest. But what they did was they did not change it to benefit the customers. They wasn't listening to the customer complaint because they were saying that we can't afford to get out the loan, which it was an easy way to get out the loan. All you got to do is borrow less. But it seemed like they just didn't understand it. Their issue was, even if I decide to make a payment, only 5% of my payment is going towards my balance. So there's no need to make a payment because all my money is going towards interest. But they refused to lower the interest rate. What they did was they felt like, hey, if we stop this pay and get back, loophole, then more people would have no choice but to pay the minimum payment, is how they went about it. Why they went about it that way, I don't know. But that's how they went about it. Okay. And this is 55. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what gets me with the loan companies that I feel I couldn't stand. The loan companies, they say, really it's against the law for a person to sign the paperwork that they don't understand. We're supposed to explain to them. They need to know what they are signing and understand the interest and everything that goes with the loan. Okay? Now, we used to get a lot of elderly customers. And majority of the time, the elderly customers don't know or can't. We had majority of our elderly customers could not read that well anyway. So we got a lot of customers that did not understand what they were signing. And when we say you don't understand, or do you understand what we're saying, they tell us that we are not allowed to explain it to them. They have to be able to read it and understand it. Now, be honest. How many times have you read the fine print of everything? Even when you open a credit card, we don't read everything that it says. 5, 10, 15, and just get 5 too. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't read everything that it says, and that's being real. And they expect that from elderly people, for them to read everything. So we had a whole lot of elderly customers that literally did not know what they were signing, which ended up hurting us because they said that they signed a paperwork because we just said sign without us explaining it. And which sometimes we actually did explain it. We had one lady that had Alzheimer's, and we went against giving her a loan. And she called the head people and said that she feel like she was being discriminated against because she had a disability. And they ended up saying we had to give her a loan. But guess what happened when it was time for her to make a payment? She don't remember being there. She never came there. She don't know what happened. She don't know how she got there. She don't even remember if she had drove or she had walked, or she don't even know what her name is. She don't know nothing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so then I think they had called again about her bill. And this is so funny because then she said, I think we had got our district manager to call. the customer, because we was like, this is y'all fault, because we said the lady said that she had Alzheimer's and that she don't have a hard time remembering stuff. We said we shouldn't give her the loan. You said give her the loan. Okay, so she called the lady, and the lady said, well, if you knew I had Alzheimer's, why you give me the money? You knew I wasn't going to remember to pay you. I'm sorry, that's funny. That was funny. And I laugh about it because it's not my money. It's not the money I loaned to him. It's not my personal money. So I laugh. 15. Okay, so I should have 130 in this. This is a long video because I feel like I was rambling for the longest. And I think because I'm so flustered, because everything went wrong today. And I think that's the issue. Everything going wrong so far today. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's correct. Yeah, so I mean, when I say funny, funny. Okay, so this is pretty much how why they end up changing it, because of the stealing and everything. Now, I want to tell you about a robbery, okay? But I'm going to tell you that for the next story time. This is another reason why the store had to close, because it was too many robberies, and they did not do proper investigation of any of these robberies to see if it was inside jobs or not. They didn't do anything. It was like if you was cool with somebody in the higher up, they kind of drag their feet a little bit, or they kind of put friendship on certain friendships before, you know, common sense. So I'm gonna tell you about that. So this get only 5. Pepper, he get only 5. I was just happy that I was able to stuff all my sinking funds this time. And I hope I was in frame, because when I say everything been going wrong today, everything been going wrong today. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73. Yep, that's right. Now I know this story time was a little ramble, a little all over the place, but I'm gonna get it together. Okay, so all my sinking funds are stuffed. Okay, I'm gonna stop the story time here, and we're gonna talk about the actual robbery, the inside job robbery. I'm gonna let y'all be the verdict if it was an inside job or not, because they said that if they wasn't sure. They wasn't 100% sure. They can't with the evidence, but it seems like it, but they don't know. Maybe so. Just see. So I'm going to tell you everything that happened, and I actually looked at the video footage. Okay, part of it. So I'm going to tell you everything that happened, and I'm going to tell you about 2 robberies. Story time about 2 robberies, and I know I seen the video of one of the robberies. The other one, I did not see the video on that one. And I want to explain why on that, so you would know, so you can make the judgment if you think it was inside job or not. Okay, so I did all my sinking funds. I will be coming back to do my saving challenges video. So yeah, so this is Short Mama Money Moves. We try to move this money in the right directions. I know I got this stuff all over the place, but anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Yes, it's the same name, Short Mama Money Moves. Bye.